GDove and Graal right there. What's going on, good brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you. How you doing, man? Good to
Man,
be
I'm
here.
fantastic, fantastic. I always say I'm fantastic, but I'm trying to get better. And I
Yay.
think I'm think you're gonna help me today with this little conversation that we're having about your show that's coming up this Friday. You excited about it?
Yes, sir. I am. It's all of us are. All five of us is going to come with a five-piece this Friday, and we couldn't be more excited. This we live to do this. I certainly do. We
Mhm.
got Omega on vocals and just a whole crew of incredible musicians that's going to be coming through, including Colin Hogan on keys, Mr. Uriah Duffy on bass, Aaron Green on drums, myself on guitar. So we're really excited. Omega, actually, we're just coming off of a show at Yoshi's, and she did some a performance that really, one of the performances that kind of brought down the house. It's really great night of music. And so we're looking to continue that this Friday at Live at Vibe.
I love it. I love it. And for people who don't know, Live at Vibe is inside the Vibe Bistro in Richmond, California. It's a new venue. We've been doing this. This will be the fourth one that we've done. Every other Friday, we bring live music to you from folks like Soul Mechanix. Last time out, it was La Femme Fatale. We had a full house. We have Martin Luther, and we opened it up with Valerie Trout. So yours show number 4. And so we can't, 4. Can't wait for you to be there and show your thing, do your thing. So I'm going to run the how to find out getting tickets and like that right here on the bottom right here. So you can get your tickets at vibebistro.com. It's located, like I said, in Richmond on the corner of 1503 McDonald Avenue in Richmond, right there by the BART station. Free parking because the BART station is right there. Get your tickets right now and Live at Vibe. All right, so Graal, so you said you're the guitar player. I saw that. So tell me who your favorites, because you playing all the soul funk artists that we all love. I mean, looking here down now at Bill Withers and Bobby Brown and Blackstreet. That's a lot of good Funkadelic and Parliament. That's Cameo and Maze. You got all the favorites up there, man.
Yeah. So we're gonna be, we're gonna come with. So this Friday we're gonna do what are really Omega songs. So the way Soul Mechanix works is we have different vocalists that are featured in the band, as we do shows, different musicians. It's kind of the way that the shows are structured. This particular Friday is going to be, I think, one of the best representations of the type of music or the type of vibe that we bring as a band. Because we're a cover band, we do all these cover songs, like, as you mentioned, Cameo, Michael Jackson, Prince, Chaka Khan, Maze, Sly and the Family Stone, a good brother just passed away recently.
Yes.
You name it. I mean, really, like, you can go down the list of, we just did some Erykah Badu at our last show. Can't forget the Good Brothers Cameo, you can kind of go through, ask anybody about the soul music that they love. And that's kind of the music those are the songs that we're generally going to be playing. This Friday, we're going to lay down some really great songs from a lot of great artists, particularly artists like Chaka Khan. Obviously, we're going to have to get to that because that is kind of the type of music that Omega sings. She also has her own project, Omega Live, where that's her feature band that she's had for years. And she's worked with me on and off over the years. Omega and I have worked together almost over the last decade, and so that's a really special singer. It is Soul Mechanix, but it features the musicians. That's the band. That's how it's cover songs, but it's really, when you come to see a Soul Mechanix show, it's more than you're coming to hear all these great soul songs. You're also going to see some incredible performances and some high caliber musicianship.
Well, gotta say, first and foremost, love the hair, love the look, Omega. Can't wait to see that in person. I guess it's gonna be fair to say that people gonna want to get up and dance just a little tiny bit, just a little bit. It's okay to get up and dance because you can be bringing all that kind of music. They're not gonna want to stay in their chairs, right?
That's what I think, and everybody who is listening right now, is checking out this show. I'd really like to invite you to come this Friday and spend the night with us, spend this evening with us, a special evening where we can connect with you musically and really share through music, kind of share love and share from our heart energy and good vibrations.
I love it. So once again, it's this Friday, August the 22nd, inside the Vibe Bistro at the Live at Vibe music experience. That's what we like to call it over there. I'm Jerry Dove. I'm going to be your host. We are there every other Friday. This is the fourth show that we've done. The next one will be September the 5th with Rick Alexander, a Richmond native. So come on out and support. We're talking with Graal Swartz, who is the leader of Soul Mechanix, and he tell you all the funk that they carry and things like that. So you're the guitar player. You play any other instruments?
Well, my father was a percussionist. I am a guitar player. I play guitar for about 40 years now. I've been really more committed to it in the last maybe 15 years. I'm a late bloomer, I say, musically. Still, I'm just a beginner on guitar, compared to the other guitarists in the Bay Area. There's just some of the greatest guitar players that are around actually are in this area.
Carlos Santana, let's start with him, okay?
Yeah, and then some local cats. Jubu is one of the.
Jubu. Just saw Jubu at the San Jose Jazz last week with Layla Hathaway.
Yeah, so that level of musicianship is I want to ascend to. I have to practice and I have to work at it. So I feel like I am a guitar player who has been a late bloomer, but I'm here now trying to get better at my craft. The other things I do, honestly, I don't do a lot of other music, a lot of other instruments. But I do play, I would say I play percussion. My father was a percussion player. He played tablas and was trained in Indian classical music. And so I heard that music all the time and I always heard him playing percussion. He didn't just play tablas, he also played congas. So I do a little bit of that. I'm not really great at that. The other thing I do, so I don't have a long list of things I do besides guitar, but the other thing I I also do is I rap, and I write some original raps.
Okay. I said, okay.
I'm not saying I'm a great rapper by any means. In fact, I'm a better guitar player than I'm a rapper, and I'm not very good at guitar. So
you need to stop with all the humility, bro. Otherwise, we're gonna have to figure out how to take your feedback away from you. He says, "I'm okay on the guitar. I can rap a little. Maybe we shouldn't be paying him at all."
Yeah, but the thing is with us is that we're Soul Mechanix is such an ensemble. We're an ensemble. It's a performance that's an ensemble performance. So every piece is put together to create this overall experience. So you do have the guitar. So if you listen to any guitar, what it's doing in a soul song, a lot of times it's really simple stuff. It sounds simple. It's very difficult, a very difficult type of guitar to play, particularly neo soul type of guitar playing. It requires a lot of precision. And so it sounds simple. And so as long as the guitar player is doing his or her job, that's what we're looking for. So I do get the job done. I'd say that.
Oh, I know that's right. I see that you performed with Nate the Soul Singer and Dyson, too, some of the Bay Area superstars that I've seen and worked with myself. So they kind of rotate in and out the band, like you were saying. So it sounds like it's going to be a great thing to look at. So one more time, let's talk about Soul Mechanix coming up this Friday night at the Live at Vibe Bistro Music Extraordinaire. They're going to be coming with the full band, playing all kinds of your R&B favorites. It's okay to dance. Get your tickets now at vibebistro.com. You can get them at the door as well. The last time we had a nice full house, so we just want to make sure we're not sold out. So if you buy them in advance, I think there's only like a $3 service charge on the ticket. So sometimes it's okay to buy them in advance too, to make sure you get in there. But there's going to be food, there's drinks. I'm your host. We got DJ Squareopolis. We'll be playing music in between, before and during, and even after Soul Mechanix is done. We're going to check them out Friday night. So Graal, you said you've been playing guitar for 40 years. How long has Soul Mechanix been around? And better yet, what's your number one biggest memory of the best venue you ever did? What's the best show? Biggest performer? Who were you on stage with? What made it so special? Tell me about that.
Oh wow! So let me answer that before I forget the question, because that's a lot. That's a big one. Yeah, I've been playing guitar 40 years. I do want to say quickly, shout out to Eddie Gale. I had the honor. Eddie Gale is a trumpet player. Rest in peace. Great jazz, old school guy who's on the Smithsonian Institute of Jazz. He's on.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic.
Heavyweight jazz guy, and I happened. Long story short, is somehow I got in a band. I was able to volunteer to be in a band that he was running, and we ended up playing the old Yoshis that when it was on Claremont back in Berkeley, the original Yoshis. We actually played there. The background has the stained glass window on the background behind the stage. People remember this, historic, you know, and I was lucky enough to play there one night. I don't remember if I played well or even what we played, but I just know that, you know, I was there, you know, on the stage with greatness with Mr. Eddie Gale. Wow. I'll never forget that.
You got a picture of that?
There's one picture that exists, and I have it somewhere in one of these boxes.
Yeah.
It's a jewel, you know, and I have to get it. I need to get it.
Yeah, you need to find that. Let them refurbish it. You know, now with all this this technology and all, they can make that look picture perfect. Put it in a frame and put it on that wall that's behind you. You know, so.
Hey, well, it is the actual picture of I think there were 2 guitar players. It was wild, you know. He went for big lineups, you know, which is something I also like to do. Some of the things I'm doing, and I learned a lot from him, you know, in terms of running a band and just how you kind of lead that whole idea of putting people together musically. You know, I think that, you know, as far as an influence, huge influence, you know, and yeah, there like I said, there's a few pictures, but it's mostly in my memories that it'll always be forever, you know.
Okay, your favorite guitar player?
Man. Listen, I'm gonna say, you know, for years and years. So the reason I started playing guitar was Jimi Hendrix. I think people who know me know that that's my guy. And I started playing because I saw Jimi Hendrix, and I was like, wow, I could also, as a black person, young black person, I can pick up a guitar, perhaps also do that. You know, it's the most incredible thing. I saw Jimmy plays Berkeley, and I just blew my mind as far as like it was way more than guitar playing. It was like he just inhabited his vibe, you know. Thing that, and I just thought, wow, that was really inspiring. However, I got to say, man, you got to say that Jeff Beck is the best guitar player to ever live. If you're not saying that, you know, that's on you. But for me, and you know, pound for pound, now that I've listened to everybody, and I'm deeply influenced by Jeff Beck. I don't sound like him, but you know, every time I've watched him play, I just am reminded that he's technically probably the best guitar player I've seen.
What about Prince?
A lot of people, some guy once said Prince is better than Jimi Hendrix, and I got upset about that.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want you fighting me or nothing.
Because I didn't understand enough about Prince's guitar playing. I'm gonna give you this. Prince is one of the greatest guitar players to ever live. Yeah, no question. He's not. I personally can't say he's as great as Jimi Hendrix, because I thought, how do you say somebody who's influenced by someone is greater than that person? You know, he's influenced by Jimmy.
Yeah.
But then, you know, like, how do you say someone coming after James Brown is greater than James Brown? So that was kind of my point of view on it. But now I have to say, after, you know, further examination, man, Prince's guitar playing is so much to discover when you go back and listen to all his old recordings, particularly his rhythm playing. And that's the same thing they say about Jimmy, is it's not the lead playing that's great about this guitar player. And same thing with Prince. Prince's rhythm playing is just almost unparalleled. It's unbelievable. So I would say he's one of the greatest to ever live.
Yes, because and all you got to do is go back and look at that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What seemed like a 35-minute solo that he did on While My Guitar Gently Weeps. That was in, even all the other guys that were playing with him were standing back and letting him do his thing. And again, I'm biased because I'm a Prince fan. You see everything around his frame is purple.
Yeah, I know.
My company is Purple Cherry Productions. I'm a little bit biased, you know, but
hey.
But the boy good. The boy good.
Listen, I'm biased too then, because, you know, that's my guy. I love Prince, man. He's one of my favorite artists. As an artist, I don't compare. He's his own category, you know, and you know, he plays guitar, but he also is a performer. He's also a dancer. He's also a singer. There's no one that sings like Prince except there's a new cat who kind of sounds like him. I'm trying to remember the dude's name, but it'll come to me, man. But you know, like there's just no one that sounds like Prince on his music, guitar playing, the way he sings, all the instruments he does. You kind of comes through that it's him. Same thing with Stevie Wonder. You can almost kind of tell it's Stevie in the vibe of the music. It's so interesting. And so Prince is up there with Stevie Wonder. I can't give a higher compliment.
Well, you're preaching to the choir right there, man. All right, so look, we've been spending a little bit of time with Graal Swartz. He's a leader of Soul Mechanix. Soul Mechanix will be at Live at Vibe this Friday night, August 22nd. Make sure you get your tickets right now at vibebistro.com. It's on the corner of McDonald and 16th. beautiful new building, right connected right next to the Richmond BART station. So that means there's free underground parking. We're going to be there at 7 o'clock, kicking it off with DJ Squareopolis. So Mechanix will come on about 8:15 or something like that and give you a great set. They've already talked about the singers. Omega Ray is going to be there. You got your drummer here. You got your bass man here. You got your...
We got a juggler. We have a juggler.
Okay, all right. Well, okay, if it works for you. And we got Graal on guitar right here. So again, we need you to come out and support it. Like I was saying, it's going to be the 4th show that we've done at the Vibe Bistro. It's a growing. I want you to be there early so that when this place really takes off in a few months, you can say, "Hey, I was there at the 4th show, and I saw some Mechanix. I'm going back again because it was so good, you know." So come on out, support us. And like I said, get your tickets at vibebistro.com. I'm GDove. You've been kicking it with GDove and Graal Swartz. We'll see you on Friday, okay?
Yes. Thank you very much.